for those of you that follow my rescue, this is my setup for my piggies right now. We just finished cleaning. You can see my fresh hay over here. I keep it in this old sink so it's up off the floor because my basement does flood down there and I don't want anything down there. So we get our mess off the tables and it goes under and I sweep it all up and we take it out. But I just cleaned, and keep in mind that this is not your typical pen to have 2 pigs in. I mean, it's a great pen. This is a C&C cage. As you can see, I use fleece, but there are 2 pins, or 2 piggies in a 2.5 by 2 pin here. This is not ideal for 2 piggies. This is only temporary because these 4, particularly this little guy right here, Sven, and Elvis, this little guy right here, they both like to rumble strut at each other and fight. So until they can get used to seeing each other through here, and occasionally we'll pop this here loose, and they will get to visit with each other, and we just kind of fold that from one side to the other. And I'll open it up. The litter boxes have actually changed places, so it's not as easy to open right now. Let me snap that back shut because we don't want them being together unsupervised. So, there's that back together. Put their litter boxes back up there and their hay. So this is what they're in currently right now, and they're getting along. I did just clean this, although you wouldn't know because Sven likes to go through and dump the food dish. Don't you, Sven? But these 4 guys are available for adoption. This one's Elvis. This one's Max. They are a bonded pair. I'd like for them to go together. This is Sven. And Olaf must have decided to go in the house. There he is. There's Olaf. He's the black one there. And those 2 are bonded. They came in together. They were surrendered together. So I'd like for them to go as a pair. And then next door, notice I've got quite the gap here between the 2 pens because these are my females. So we just redid their pen as well, and I just cleaned it up. So they got their litter boxes. They've got their more hay. There goes Maisie. These are my girls. And as you can see, Callie's pregnant, and this is Cammie and her baby. We just put in an extra litter box there. And they got their little set up here where they can go down there and hide. And when I clean off, I pitch it all to the floor and sweep it all into a pile, and then my lovely muck shovel, and we shovel that up and get it out of the way. Now, if we turn around here, this is my baby. We just cleaned his cage, and he's currently visiting the girls next door. But he's usually not in here. This is not a cage you want to keep your piggies in. This is good for temporary, but this is not ideal for a permanent cage situation. He is in this one because he is a single pig and he is upstairs a lot with me, so he doesn't spend a lot of time in there. And these are 2 new intakes. Now keep in mind this cage. See how tiny this cage is? It's even smaller than this one. This is not your ideal pen at all. These girls are not, well, these 2 are bonded to each other. They came in this cage. I changed their house. This is a different little hut that they have. But there are actually 2 girls in here. This is Tootsie. And then this is Angel. And those are the names they came with. I prefer to leave their names the same so they don't get stressed out by being called something new and then going to another home and getting called something else. So they keep their name that they have when they come in. Again, I did just clean this, but they kind of made a mess out of it already. So we'll be getting that all cleaned up again. But like I said, this is more of a temporary thing. I am working on getting more of my C&C cages so we can set up another table and get them on it and have them in a better situation. This, like I said, this is extremely temporary setup. But this is my little setup. Again, he's mine. He's my little skinny guy. He's spoiled rotten. But this little girl here, I tried to put him in with my other girls, but she likes to fight and rumble strut, and I didn't want to stress out the pregnant girls, so she's in here and completely away from the guys. Nice little gap there between the cages because we don't want any more pregnancies. And for those of you that don't know, my story, when I got my girls, I got my boys shortly after, and I thought, well, and mind you, these ones here aren't mine. The boys here, however, are. Although I'm still contemplating keeping them, and it's hard. Trust me, I'd like to keep everyone that comes through. But these two little guys, he came with another little boy that I had that I rehomed because they started to fight. And they drew blood, and there was just no bonding them back. Once they draw blood, they do not like to rebond. So he got another buddy, Max. Max is actually Molly, my little gray one right here. That's his sister. So when I got them, I thought that they were, you know, probably like rabbits. You can put them together for a while, they'll be okay, don't have to worry about pregnancy for a while. And I made that huge rookie mistake. So please don't ever make that mistake. A guinea pig can get pregnant at 4 weeks of age. They become sexually mature. You have to separate your girls from your boys, because now I'm dealing with pregnant females. And now I do have homes for all of them, but every one of them ended up pregnant. There's my Callie. She's my biggest one. She's pregnant. Where is everybody? She just had hers. She actually had 3. 2 were stillborn and underdeveloped in utero, so they passed in utero. But she did deliver them. There's Molly, or Maggie, or Maisie, sorry. But Maisie and Molly were bonded, and then Cammie and Callie were bonded, but they all actually get along great. So, and then this little baby that just ran back in there, that is Cammie's baby, the light tan piggy that I showed you here. This one, that's her baby. So I'll be keeping her and her baby, and I'm keeping all the females in this particular pen. And I do have homes for all of my babies that are born. So they will be taken care of. They go in sets of 2, and if they're going to be kept in the same enclosure, they will only go in pairs of the same sex. So these are my babies. And I would like to add to their pen. And as you can see, this is my basement right now. Usually they're upstairs in the summer and downstairs in the winter because I don't want them to get cold. But I want to add the second layer to the top so they can run and play and all that fun stuff. So that's my piggies. But again, this is what you want your piggies in. This is a good size for 3 to 4 piggies. I think that's what it is. It's either 2 to 3 piggies or 3 to 4 piggies, but you need the same size enclosure for 1 pig that you would need for 2. So, and I believe that is a 2x3 or 2x4. I'll have to double check on the site, but this is my little setup. All my little girls, and then all my boys. And again, you can see they were on fleece as well, and they've got their little fuzzy rug here and the fleece underneath. The boys, they're quite a bit messier, so they just got their fleece. I used to give them a rug like this one, but they no longer get that because this will look like I never cleaned it by the end of the night, and it's already 9:30, after 9:30 tonight, so it's not going to take them long to trash this. I'll have to clean it again tomorrow. And there goes Olaf, tunneling his way through the hay. Hi, Sven. Love his ruby eyes. Look at this gorgeous boy. He, I believe, is a teddy, also referred to kind of as a Rex. Rex has straight fur. Teddy is said to have crimped fur, but they do come from the same gene pool, is what I have read. Olaf there, he's an American satin. Elvis here is an Abyssinian. And Max is an Abyssinian. Max is shy. He likes to hide. Elvis likes to sing, which is why he got his name. Because as soon as they hear this over here, they usually all sing at me. There they go. You guys hear that? What's Mommy got? There's all my buddies. My boys and my girls. And then all these ones. Hi, Tootsie. How are you, pretty girl? And this is, like I said, this is a very small enclosure. You do not want to even keep one pig in this type of an enclosure, but this is a temporary setup. I've got another set of C&C coming, and they're going to be out of this pen, and they're going to have tons of running space. So they're going to be very happy when they're in their new pen. And then there's my boy, Theodore. Theo! Like I said, he spends a lot of time out with me, so he's doing good, aren't you, baby? But, alrighty. So, feel free to leave your comments or questions below, and I will do my best to answer. If I don't, it's probably because I didn't realize anybody commented, but I will try to comment. I've never really dealt with the YouTube scene before, but this is my first video. I just seen it said I could go live and I could do a recording, so I went for a recording. There's my grand piggy. There you are. Where you going? What you doing? Whoop. There she is. Say hi. Isn't she adorable? She's just about a little under a week old. And they come out fully furred, eyes open. Hi, Maisie. How are you, precious girl? Hi, baby. Hi, Molly. So let me know what you think. Any advice, any tips, questions, anything like that, feel free to comment below. Thanks. Bye.